introducing our guest. Rick Perry has devoted his adult life to creating a more prosperous Texas. The 47th governor of the Lone Star State, he's defended conservative values, fought for principled solutions to tough challenges, worked to implement a clear vision for better schools, more jobs, safer communities, and a brighter future for this state. Thanks to tough fiscal discipline, Governor Perry has helped shape a job creation environment unlike any in the other states. With low taxes and less government spending, reduced regulations, a fair legal system, and accountable schools, Texas has led the nation in job creation with more jobs gained than any other state in 2010 and over the past 10 years. As a result, Texas is consistently ranked as the nation's best place to do business and create jobs. He's an Air Force veteran, a lifetime member of the NRA and American Legion Post 75. But more importantly, he married his childhood sweetheart, Anita, and they've been married for over 30 years and have 2 grown children. Although I don't know that you'll find this on any resume, he has 2 great titles that most people should aspire to. He's a great husband and a wonderful father. As you'll find out tonight, if you haven't already heard it, he's all business. Please welcome our guest, the Governor of Texas, Rick Perry.
I can't tell you how many times I leave and head west. That Beach Boys song about heading to sunny California runs through my mind. So it is great to be in sunny California. It truly is my favorite place to visit and my favorite place to not pay taxes. Some of you feel like you're living behind the Iron Curtain out here on the left coast. And to quote Bill Clinton, I feel your pain. You may feel like you're living in occupied territory, but I'm very mindful that California played a pivotal role in ushering in the last conservative revolution because you gave us Ronald Reagan. Thank you for that. Now, with President Obama and his Democrat allies giving us record debt, deficits, failed stimulus programs based on failed economic theories, and a government takeover of our health care, I'm reminded of that famous Reagan quote: liberals know so much about so many things that aren't so. You know, for 5 years I've viewed the current occupant of the White House as the imperial president. He bypassed Congress to declare CO2 a pollutant to advance his radical anti-jobs environmental agenda. He refuses to negotiate a resolution to the government shutdown as it relates to Obamacare, yet he unilaterally delayed the employer mandate 1 year. You think about that. You just have to ask yourself, why can the president delay a major portion of Obamacare, but not the Congress? By barricading the open-air World War II monument, shutting down the United States Cemetery in Normandy, threatening to call off the football game today between Navy and the Air Force, President Obama and Harry Reid to act so small. It's time for the men and women in this room. It's time for the California Federation of Republican Women to once again build a conservative majority, rebuild that majority, and take our country back. The time is now. I happen to believe that the answers to our nation's ills are not going to be found in Washington. It's going to be found among the states. The culture in Washington, D.C. is broken. The fact is, if they could have fixed it, they would have fixed it a long time ago. But they can't, and they won't. The only hope for America is in that common sense found on the main streets of America, emerging, creating a movement all across this country. And I can promise you this, if that happens, if that movement occurs in America, if ordinary citizens rise up over debt and deficits and broken promises and entitlement programs that are not working, Washington will be forced to listen. We got to turn away from Washington for the answers. We need to look to red states that are outperforming blue states, to states that are cutting taxes and controlling spending, balancing budgets, and creating jobs. The change we're looking for is not going to be found in lofty rhetoric of some speech. We're going to find it in the record of governors like Nikki Haley, Susana Martinez, Rick Scott, Bobby Jennings. Realize that South Carolina has moved 20,000 of their citizens from welfare. Louisiana has created 39,000 new jobs in the last 12 months. New Mexico has reduced their corporate tax rate and now is #1 in export growth. Florida has 300,000 added jobs in just the last 2.5 years. And what's the common denominator? What's the common element? It's conservative governors who cut taxes, controlled spending, and invested in jobs.